Hello Leos, welcome to your June 2025 reading. We'll get into general themes for the month for Leos. So I'll do charms, see how they choose to fall, and then we'll draw some companion tarot cards here for them. So bear with me with a little bit of noise off the top and a little bit of time here to get our cards. I can feel one. Sometimes you can feel them kind of shifting around in the fingers. It definitely wants to, there we go, wants to shake one out over there. Okay, so I definitely feel done. Just gonna kind of fix up. Lets me kind of tune into what the themes are gonna be here for the month. And then now we'll kind of get the companion cards. I like to hold them up close to the camera so you can kind of take away your own messages and feelings from the cards as well. Kind of how it relates to you. There might be something unique in there for you. And this is the first time I made an absolute mess shuffling. So I don't know if you just spilled something, but I looked down like I had, spilled some water or something on my shirt, or, sauce, pizza sauce, kind of take a bite and kind of get a little drop down your shirt. So I don't know if that just happened to some of you Leos. Okay. So we'll see here how they want the cards to be kind of drawn. Get a better view here, better angle for. Okay. This will also give me a sense of how they want the charms here to be grouped as well as part of the themes. And they kind of want me to just grab this one right here. Okay. So it looks like we've got like 4 themes here. 3 to 4 seems to be kind of the common number of themes for the month, which, is great. We can only handle so much in a month, right? So let's see here where they want me to start for June 2025 for Cancer. I feel like I'm being split up here between my dash hound here and the more elaborate kind of decorative heart that I have here in my charms. I think maybe I'm being pulled closer to the heart here that's kind of beside me, or I guess kind of in front of me, sitting on abundance. And it's quite filled with like filigree, this heart, quite elaborate. So, kind of the design you equate with like lace, or like kind of like an anniversary type milestone, or like baby shower kind of decor. And you have abundance coming to you now. So, maybe there's a few of you Leos out there that are actually expecting now, maybe yourself or within the family. You could be, first-time grandparent, aunt and uncle. Maybe your best friend is having the first child kind of in the group. Really kind of leaning into the child kind of aspect here. A sort of or just something new to the family. If it's not a child, maybe you're introducing like a pet, or adopting, or I mean, even with the filigree here, I mean, these could be like house plants or gardening. You know, maybe you're setting up the greenhouse of your dreams right now, or you've finally tuned into your green thumb. You know, maybe you were like me, and it took took a few years to figure it out and figure out the different plants out. I'll just kind of set them up down here a little bit. See what card they want first. I don't know why I'm spinning this one. This kind of feels like how I made that mess, right? I kind of fumbled the cards here and kind of looked down like I spilled on myself. So it's like, I don't know, this topsy-turvy kind of feeling that I'm doing with the cards here. I think I was doing it off camera there for a bit. I've just been wanting to kind of spin him. Also hourglass like, right? The sand ones, and then you flip it, and then you flip it, and then you flip it. So I guess time would be passing, waiting on this new addition to the family coming, right? Again, if it's a pet and not a human being coming, there's still an equal amount of time that you need to wait. There's still a waiting period here. Adoption, that could be the waiting period of the news, whether you've been approved. And maybe that's a more general message for everybody as well, sort of under the Leo sign. Maybe there's a larger group of you that are waiting to hear about an approval. So it could be like mortgage, whatnot. And kind of as I say that, my eyes immediately kind of drop to the house. The feeling of a home here over the family. So that's also new to the family, right? A new dwelling, a new place to live, security and stability of that, or even the ability to start your family. And again, we have that child here kind of being welcomed in. So I really want to say the word adoption again. So, you know, maybe you were gone around and around in circles. Maybe it's not the first time you've applied and you're waiting for this to kind of come to be this time. It could also be maybe fertility results or treatment like IVF, or you know, all the various, I'm not a doctor, all the various processes, you know, possible for conceiving here. I'm just tuning in here to our night here. I kind of feel like this is the homecoming, right? The welcoming home banner. Right here you are. The way he's holding his chalice here, it's very like Simba Lion King-esque, right? You're showing off the arrival. It's here, everybody. And you have all the creatures here rallying, you know, coming to say hi, coming to see, and sort of welcoming home here. So that's really nice. I love seeing sort of the joy and the happiness here, welcoming home. So June definitely feels like the month that you're going to receive the news. Sort of this waiting period's over. So you're going to receive the news you've been waiting for. It's going to be in your favor. It's positive news. It's the you know, the news you've been dreaming of hearing, right? You've been wanting to hear. Or it's the new arrival of that, like I said, that family member, that new home, and you're inviting everybody to come see. Come say hello. Okay. Just gonna move these over here. I don't know if I'm going to that pile next. Kind of. I think I'm going down to the dove here. My little bird. So dove is like a message from your angels, peace, something you can trust in. And it's on changes are about to happen. So, I mean, if you have a new arrival, you can trust that changes are about to happen, right? And time to change your energy. So, but the angels are giving you that message. So I kind of feel like this is a message of happiness and kind of a cautionary of, this is a pretty big change. So, expect it to hit your energy. I think with a new child, a new pet, a lot of us understand it, but I don't think we know it till we go through it kind of messaging I'm getting here. Same with owning of a new home, if you're first time home buyer, kind of the growing pains here. It's kind of the messaging that I get. So maybe in June, as the month starts, be prepared to maybe like watch your mood, bite your tongue, go without sleep, just kind of adjust your routine. You will probably have less time to do stuff. And I've been kind of rubbing this card without even looking at it. Not sure why. Kind of warming it up for some reason. I don't know why the angels are warming this up. So it's our jester. Why would they want me to warm you up? Well, maybe it's just like friction, right? Because friction gives energy. So maybe your angels were just trying to like give you that little extra bit of energy that you might need, right? That caffeine jolt. Definitely, I think a lot of you Leos are welcoming this new pet because I'm immediately drawn to the dog here, kind of chewing on what he shouldn't be chewing on, right? And the zodiac signs here, kind of having acquisitive nature to them, in the sense of like eye rolling and just kind of looking everywhere, making sure he's not into stuff. It's going to be a good time, but obviously a shift in your energy to keep up and keep pace and to start that training. Even the fact that he looks like he's tripping or about to trip over the stick here, right? Things suddenly being in your way. Very playful though. So, those of you welcoming in the new animal member to the family, a very playful personality is coming into the home. They're really pulling me into the purple hues here and like a sense of royalty. There's been a few signs that are experiencing a first in June. And I don't know if this royalty is alluding to the fact that, maybe it's the first grandchild in the family. Maybe it's the first home of this type. Or maybe you're the first in the family to be mortgage free at a certain age or to be in a home so early. But there's definitely like recognition here of something within the family recognizing this change over here that we're having, or the change that's about to happen. Not to say they're gonna like put you up on a pedestal or anything, but there's definitely a lot of like very proud of you, like that kind of sentiment here. If there could be a standing ovation round of applause, it's that kind of feeling, right? It's kind of like that final act in the show where the applause just keeps going on and on, right? It's the most memorable part of the show kind of thing. It's the closing act for the evening. So this major change is going to put you on the radar, but in a very positive way. You're going to get a lot of support, a lot of authentic and genuine sort of praise and maybe unsolicited feedback and commentary from people about how proud they are of you this month. So your month might be somewhat littered with that. Just people kind of pulling you aside and just saying like, wow, that's amazing, right? You impressed me. How impressive. I almost feel like they're like save the best for last here. So we'll go up here to my wine barrel. And the wine barrel's on somewhat of a cautionary tile here in my spread about needing to avoid someone or something, like an influence. Sometimes it's ourself. Maybe it's a bad habit that we're needing to avoid. But the wine barrel itself, it's about kind of like socialization, like a celebration season. June tends to be a pretty popular month for various celebrations. You might be heading into, a celebration period specific to you and your family. Obviously, if you're inviting something new into your family, you're going to be celebrating. But it's on someone or something to avoid. So if you are celebrating, probably this is just caution to, don't overdo it. Don't do your best to know your limit, right? Celebrate responsibly. The wine barrel is also further acknowledgement that there is this change, this milestone that's happening, this kind of life event that's happening. And the wine barrel is also a symbol, again, of angels, deities, whatever your belief system is in terms of like gods, if you have one. So they're reinforcing that this message is coming from them. So you've got angels here, and then repeated here again of the kind of caution while celebrating and embracing this change in life. So let's see what they paired with tarot. Try to get my big thumb here out of the way. I don't know if that was the first time it appeared that big for you, but wow, that looked really big all of a sudden. Okay. You know what? I feel like this is a cautionary tale of like, avoid becoming that person, especially with this first card here. The way he's holding the birds, the blue jays, on the stick here. So, if you are a Leo who's welcoming something new into your family, you might suddenly become very protective. New child, you might become that hover parent, but to a negative degree. And so there's this cautionary of, don't turn into this person. Maybe it's a slippery slope for you. Maybe you've seen this side of yourself before, like maybe in a past relationship or a past experience where you became like too protective, too defensive. So yeah, that could be just like too defensive. I'm Canadian, so right away he kind of looked like a hockey player, ready to, take off the helmets and go dukes up here. Yeah, I don't feel like that's an external person. I really do feel like this is a watch out for you this month. Maybe try not to be too stubborn. Try not to be too combative, or if you're just having conversations with people, like if you're in a social setting, don't try to always, like I used to know someone that would purposely always take the other side just to kind of cause a debate. Like, it feels like in this social setting, don't be that person. It's not gonna fit well. Maybe it won't fit well with the group. Maybe that's why they're kind of flagging it for you. Yeah, and here they just really want you to focus on the task at hand. You know, going through a big change does need time and energy, right? So, in terms of someone to avoid, I think again, it's sort of yourself. You know, don't get in your way. Don't give in to distractions. Don't let people to talk you into staying out later than you had originally planned this month. You know, don't spend more than you had originally planned. Sort of all of that is coming through this card. So, you know, just do your best to again know your limit and just kind of stop there. Okay. So we have something here that's been predestined to happen for you in June 2025, right? Stars align, moons align, planets align. You know, if you're into palmistry like myself, you know that this is in your soul plan, and that's why it's predestined. And we've got my kind of duck shears here, my duck scissors, on the tile here. And when it's the bird, pair of scissors, that's a bird. It's all about seriousness, serious conversations, or the need to be serious about this. So, you know, you need to focus here. Obviously, there's already a lot going on in the month here for Leo, so it's like, what the heck? And something else. You know, like this is just fantastic. You know, what else are you adding to my plate here? So, but there's some like real talk, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. Like, that's kind of what I'm hearing. Like here, we've, you know, your soul energy, your angels are like, okay, you know, we've talked about this big change, and you know, be careful of like your character traits and habits that can be a bit more negative, and you know, watch out and don't become that. And then they're like, okay, real talk. Like, let's get serious here. And it's paired here with the men's tie, or necktie, really. Not necessarily men's tie, but necktie. Happiness is just around the corner. You know, I am filming this in May, and June is just around the corner, but this could also be because this is just starting, especially this change. It's just starting in June, so June's going to be a tough period, but you know, there is light at that end of the tunnel for you. And then we have my dash hound. Sorry, I don't think I even told you what the necktie means. But the necktie is definitely about tight. You know, things are tight right now. Things are sort of restricted, so money might be tight, and maybe that's why they were saying, you know, make sure you don't overspend or get influenced to do so. It also means there's a pretty thick influence on you at this time. And again, I don't think it's a third party. I think it's self. You know, perhaps a good number of you Leos are maybe your best worst enemy. And then there's a second message here for you regarding just tightness in the body. So if any of you start to experience tightness in the body this month, or you have been experiencing tightness in your body, please don't disregard it. This is definitely, if they're bringing it to my attention, it's time for you to pay attention, take action. So go talk to your I don't know, your fitness trainer, talk to your doctor. Maybe you're going through rehab or recovery. So go talk to physio, chiro, you know, whoever can help you with the type of tightness that you're feeling here in your body. And then paired with the dash hound, this is all about looking for something, looking for answers. Sometimes it can mean looking in all the wrong places, looking in all the wrong directions. Okay, and he jumped out of my hand and in the wrong direction, right? He didn't go towards the future. He went in the opposite way. So you're probably looking into the past. So you're definitely looking in the wrong direction, because he's on what's coming in the future here. So let's see if these 3 cards are what's coming in the future. What's the happiness here that's coming? So I'm going to start here, because I'm going to go back to the tightness in the body. For those of you having sort of this physical issue right now. And as I do say that, I'm starting to fuss here with my back to feel comfortable as I sit. And I'm drawn to, even before I picked her up, the fact that she's holding the wand here. So depending on what season, what hemisphere you're on, this could be just the way you're bending, twisting, turning with your yard work, your yard maintenance. As a Canadian, so if you're in the winter hemisphere right now, or if you're in the southern hemisphere having winter right now, maybe you're shoveling. If you're in the northern hemisphere right now, this could be the yard work, weed pulling, lawn mowing, all of that kind of toiling away. But definitely the back seems to be the core focus here on tightness. So anything to do with back. So I'm going to include like neck, shoulders, back, shoulder blades, lower back, but sort of that from neck to kind of waist, kind of full section here in terms of tightness. So yeah, definitely go see the relevant practitioner to help you with just before it gets too bad, right? Like, we don't want you to be immobile here. Just trying to see if there's a second message, or I think this is just very specific to the tightness, to be honest. I think they just wanted to clarify where in your body you're experiencing this, so that those of you watching today, you know who this message is for. So if you have tightness in your body somewhere else, like maybe in your legs and your calves, it's not as serious as those of you experiencing it in the neck through shoulders through back. So here we are again with the purples, right? The purples and trophy, right? Champion again. This recognition on you, this spotlight on you, this milestone, this achievement, and kind of everybody in your world, everybody in your entourage, everybody in your circle, family, professionally, everybody's getting wind of this change, as that's where the card just dropped out of my hand. And absolutely everybody's proud of you. I mean, this could be something like, in the industry I used to work in, like there would be like lists, top 20 under 20, 30 under 30, 40 under 40. Maybe you make the millionaire list. Maybe you're making the Fortune 500 list in June. I don't know what comes out in this month, but if it's not related to this new addition to your family, it's only related to this change, it could be something like that. It could be, this kind of grandiose award, this kind of Walk of Fame, Hall of Fame, this list that you've achieved, that you've made. And I purposely left this card for last because my guardian, my spirit guardian, is the stag. So he's stepping forward in your reading, and he's the one that helps bring all these messages forward. And so for me, this is you can trust in this message. So if you're like this, that reality is like so far from me, obviously there's different iteration. The iteration for you needs to be relevant to you, right? The type of award, the type of recognition, the where you're receiving the feedback of how happy we are, how proud we are of you. With my guardian angel here, my spirit guide, sort of really alluding to you can trust this to be true for those of you that are quite doubtful, right? He's just standing there. He's at the fork in the road. He's kind of refusing to follow the angel here. He's just kind of like, yeah, right. Are you even an angel, right? He's kind of questioning it. So you don't need to question. It is predestined, right? So to have an angel come out at the end to say, you know, all of you self-doubters over you, all of you maybe stubborn lions, or the cowardly lions, right? If you struggle with confidence, and therefore you think, you know, I will not I'll never be recognized in this kind of way. Maybe you're surprised. Maybe somebody nominated you because they knew you would never self-nominate, right? There's a lot of things out there where you have to nominate somebody else. And I think those lists, like those top 40, under 40, 30, I don't think you can nominate yourself. I actually think you have to be nominated. This could be somebody nominating you for the work you do in your community, and you have absolutely no idea. This could be somebody nominating you for those shows, right? Where they come in and gift you a home renovation, an office renovation, business funding, you know, whatever it's meant to be, it's going to happen for you. So, you know, there's got to be enough of you that are critics here, because, you know, I'm really feeling that strong, like, I got to get defensive here. You know, I got to stand with my angel here and be like, stop pushing back on this. Stop doubting that this is possible, because it's possible. So pretty heavy June here in terms of like things to expect, and even the unexpected that's going to happen. But, you know, I would focus on the fact that, you know, your waiting is over. For those of you that have been waiting to hear the news, you know, there's nothing but joyfulness coming in. For those of you with a little bit of pain here with getting it looked at now, you're going to be fine. And if you can just be mindful of some of those more negative or poorer character traits that we all have this month in particular, because you have such an amazing like glow up here that's happening in your this huge change to your entirety of your life. Pretty amazing. So I look forward to connecting in with you, Leos, in the months to come, and kind of seeing how this is unfolding and how it's building. So see you next time.